This is our full form, dude. This is our butterfly.
100. Yeah, for sure.
We started out as shitty caterpillar in that fucking basement.
Yep.
Poker table.
Yep.
Then we went into a cocoon in the fucking beezer den. Now we're here, dude.
Now we're here in the studio.
Full butterfly.
Basically a rogie setup, dude.
This is essential. We are basically rogies.
We are pretty much.
We might be rogies.
We'll get the TV. We'll get the screen to watch stuff.
Yeah, we'll be able to say, dirty deeds. Pull that up for
Dirty
us.
Deeds, dude. Dirty Dorian. Shout out Dirty Dorian. Shout
Billy
out
told me he was calling him Dirty Deeds. I was fucking dying, dude.
Yeah, Dirty Deeds, man. That was we were setting up Saturday, I guess that was. I was beyond sleep, dude. I woke up at one point. I've never reached levels of sleep deprivation like that before.
That's got to be wild.
I'm good now.
Yeah.
Dude, the first night we got home, we spazzed and invited everybody over. So, like, I didn't sleep the 4 nights before that. And I'm like, you're just running on adrenaline. You're like, I just want everyone to see this little kid. So, like, your family's coming. So I don't sleep at all. And you're supposed to sleep when the baby sleeps. So I'm just wide awake. Like, oh, look at baby sleeping here, passing around. And eventually, like, I crash. And, like, you know, nighttime, the baby wakes up, like, every 35 minutes, dude. It's like literally like CIA there's a form of CIA torture that is that.
Yeah.
Where you stand in a box and they just kind of they hit you with lights every like 30 minutes or so. So it's enough just to start falling asleep, and then you get kind of like shocked away. It's fucking brutal. So I'm like beyond the levels of sleep deprivation I've ever experienced. And Brittany wakes up. I wake up to Brittany being like, oh, like all overwhelmed and shit. I'm like, what's the matter? She was like, I finally got her to sleep, and she starts like telling me how like upset she is, and I was trying as hard as I could to like make sense with my words. This is how tired I was.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I mean, you know, we're doing a podcast in a recession, and I had no control over what I was saying, dude. You know when you're slipping off into sleep and you get those thoughts that like kind of float through your head.
I don't want to get all that. Yeah,
there was no filter.
When you wake up and just say gibberish.
It was that, and I was awake though. I was awake, and I knew that I was messing up my words, but I'd be like, I mean, Brittany, you have to understand, Bill and Spud and Shane just did a war room, and she's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, she's like, go to bed. I was like, okay, and I passed back out.
Dude, you had Woodman brain for like a minute. You woke up and were like, we're just doing a podcast in a recession and all. You don't understand. Like, we gotta.
That was literally. She was like, "What are you?" And she was getting mad at me. She was like, "I'm trying to talk to you about something serious." And I'm like, I understand. You have to understand what I'm saying, though. And dude, I just kept talking about the cast. And she was like, "Stop!"
Holy shit, dude!
And I had no control over it. My brain, I was in a half dreaming state, but I was awake and like aware of the fact that I couldn't. It was like a schizophrenic person. I would start off making sense and just make these weird connections and just start like I would just lose her. And she was just kind of like,
that's so funny to have like a distraught bae and just being like, look, there's a recession and the podcast is we need the podcast,
which isn't even true. Apparently, we're doing well.
What is Trump Dog has the economy, dude?
I mean, dude, the stock market was literally up like 1,000%, whatever.
Stocks drop, dude.
Well, because of coronavirus.
Coronavirus is,
dude. I don't know what the fuck's going on with this
with
thing.
the Ronies.
Yeah, man. I'm like, first of all, I was talking so much shit about. I was like, coronavirus. I'll champ that. Now I'm like terrified.
Now you're scared
my
of
kid's
it?
gonna get
Dude,
it.
I
don't think I'll be fine.
I felt bad about it today because I was on the fucking subway.
Yeah.
I was in Times Square.
Ooh.
And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna go see Matt today. Give that baby coronavirus. But I think kids are okay. That's what I was reading.
It's just geezers.
It's just geezer apocalypse, dude.
Is it really?
Yeah, geezers are
That's why I'm not. So I'm going back to being not sold on this thing. So it's like,
if it's just a geezer apocalypse, that's not bad.
Dude, not bad. Well, it's funny because
we could afford a good geezer apocalypse, dude.
Yeah, we could.
All the boomers.
Those boomers.
Okay, boomers.
This is
we
what
made fun of them, and now
what they get, dude.
Now they're gonna get genocided.
That's what they get for ruining the economy. But I was like
that hot chick that made that okay boomer TikTok. That's not gonna age well when the boomers get fucking COVID. It's not gonna age well. Just a hot chick taunting them.
What's that show called where people just disappear?
Yeah.
It'll be like that.
It's just gonna be that, except all geezers, dude.
Where did all the geezers go?
The geezers are gone. It'll be a bummer, but all my grandparents are dead, dude.
Yeah.
I'm good with the geezers apocalypse.
It would be like that show, but everyone wake up and be like, "Oh, sweet! I got $10,000 from my grandparents."
What if Trump Daddy gets fucking Coronies?
Oh, he's downplaying
if our king gets Coronies.
He's the only one. Nah, he's not going to get it. He's the only one being like, "This is not a big deal."
There was like a Georgia representative that has Coronies, dude. He's on lockdown.
I mean, that's the. That's the best thing a politician can get right now.
He literally put out a tweet that was like a you tweet. He was like, I would rather die in glorious battle than die from a virus, but what's the difference? And then he posted a picture with it that was like samurais fighting.
He's fighting coronavirus.
I don't know what he's doing, dude.
Is coronavirus the samurai? Is he the samurai?
I think they're both samurais, dude. He's all coronis. Well, one of the funniest tweets possible.
That's a big thing right now.
He literally, dude, it was a man that was like, I'd rather die in battle than with a virus, and posted a random like cartoon of warriors fighting.
What the fuck?
Imagine if you voted for that guy.
Well, I'm telling you, this is political points right now. If you quarantine yourself, you're the man. I was watching Chris Christie's on he's on like ABC, George Stoupilos.
Yeah, you got a problem with this.
Did I talk about this last week?
Yeah, you're pissed because he locked down the bridge, dude. He should be on TV.
He's back on TV. Yeah. And he's just like, he's constantly being like, well, I mean, back in Hurricane Sandy. He keeps talking about it. I was like, dude, let it go. You were fine, dude. Tiny hurricane.
Yeah.
Again.
He almost floated off, though, dude.
You think he would have floated? It'd be like the Katrina pictures. Just people in New Jersey up to their knees in water, just looking all like forlorn.
Yeah, that was.
But he kept bringing up that, and he was like, if I were running politically, and he kept like, well, politically I would do this and bullshit. And
it's dude, Trump dog already got you.
He was basically saying like, I'm ready for quarantine immediately. And everyone's like, that's so brave of you, Chris Christie. You're ready to stay home in your fat fucking ass.
Yeah, obviously. I'm basically already in quarantine. During the day, I'm in quarantine.
You should go full fucking. You should start wearing like future apocalypse gear, like spray paint mask, and walk around the city. Just start bugging. Dude, everyone's bugged out right now.
A lady next to me was coughing on the subway today, and I was unhappy. She was sitting right next to me, just
should have bullied her off the train.
She was blowing her nose. Me and this fucking a lad was standing directly in front of me. Me and the lad locked eyes, and we're like, "All right." We both literally looked at each other like, "All right, if we're getting it, this is it." It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I watched the thing on it. It was like an NBC news thing. I've been watching. My mother-in-law's home, and she watched. Dude, the TV she watches is so funny. It's just the George Stoupilos show where they're just kind of like the whole time. Stephanopoulos.
Is that his name?
I have no idea.
All right,
George Stephanopoulos.
Maybe.
So he.
George Stoupilos.
Oh,
dude. I'm sorry to cut you off. We're going on your mother-in-law's TV in a second, but that's just like that reminds me of like geezer talk. Like my dad will just guess names. He doesn't know your name. He still can't figure out your name. He's like, you still down there with that Chris McCusker, McCluskey. But I was on the phone with him today, and he was talking about his basketball team lost first round in the state playoffs. They scored 4 points at half. At halftime, it was 13-4 at half.
That stings.
He was like, we held them to I think 3 points in the second half and got outscored.
Oh, yeah, so they had ice hockey numbers.
Yeah, but he finally reversed. He finally had a good reverse on me because I always make fun of him. Like, dude, I would drop 50 on your shitty team.
Yeah,
I would destroy your team.
You definitely would.
So I was like, Dad, the other team had this girl that was 6'3" that just fucked them up. Oh. And I was like, dude, I'm 6'3". I would murder your team. He's like, Shane, you got a weird fantasy about playing with high school girls. You need to focus on the road. Because I was driving. He's like, see ya. And hung up.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I was like, damn, you finally reversed it. Because normally, I just call him a pervert the whole time for being around girls' high school basketball.
Does he know who Bucky Gills is?
I don't know, probably.
Send him a Bucky Gills article.
Who's that?
Bucky Gills. I used to go to his basketball camp. He was the guy who allegedly squirted shampoo on his girls' basketball team in the shower. Yeah.
Oh, they were naked in the shower, and he came in and was.
I think he was horsing around. He was like, "Ladies, great playing out there." Maybe it was like a champagne over the shoulder thing. hit him with some Pert Plus. That was the alleged thing, that he was being indecent.
It's really indecent.
I think there might have been. Don't quote me. I think there might have been butt slaps. Like, get out there, like, smack on the butt.
All right, that's
forgivable.
Sense.
That's sports. But yeah, a little celebratory squirt of Pert Plus.
While they're in the shower coming in and spraying them.
That's what people were saying.
Soaping them up.
That's what people were saying, dude. He was soaping them up. You can't soap up the squad, dude.
I've been so afraid of my dad fucking soaping up the squad.
Oh, my God.
It would be so embarrassing, dude.
You should send him an article and be like, dude, let it be a cautionary tale.
Yeah, dude. That's Icarus. That's Icarus, dude. Drake is Icarus.
Oh,
He's
dude.
flying way too close to the sun right
Gibson
now.
came out against it.
Against Drake? Or
Against
just in general?
all of Hollywood. They say it's basically fueled by the blood.
It's good that instead of now he just says Hollywood instead of Jews.
Yeah. He probably was like, oh shit. That's probably one of those moments. He's like, I could have just said Hollywood.
I could have just said globalist this whole time. And people would love me.
Yeah, he came out and was just like, this is purely just feeding on, the whole thing's built on hot young chicks.
Yeah.
Dude, it's true. With all those gatekeepers and shit, now that like that's starting to somewhat kind of fall away. Dude, imagine if you were in a position where it was nothing but the hottest chicks in the world all day, every day, begging you for a job. That it just turned into a total rumpus.
I have a bit on that right now about Harvey Weinstein. It's like, dude, this is just a question for the fellas.
Fellas.
Fellas, let me ask you. Women, shh. Shush. They always get mad, dude. If you say women in the room, shh. Literally, like 3 of them will audibly be like, oh.
I haven't got a good mass shushing in a
Dude,
while.
if you shush a woman, it's just guaranteed. It kills them. But
that's funny for someone to like bring their girlfriends out just for you to fight with them.
yeah, I'm like, dude. Let's say you had the power to offer any woman you wanted millions of dollars overnight. Would you maybe use that power to try to get some head?
Yeah.
And the room just silent every time.
Oh.
Every dude's in there with a chick. Like, no.
No,
I would never.
Yeah, dude.
Like, yeah, you would.
Yeah. I mean, you would just take the head you were like, there would be head you wouldn't even be trying to get.
There'd be head to be had.
There'd be head you wouldn't even be trying to get. And then you just be like, all right, well, I get head from, whenever, wherever. Then someone's like, nah. And you're like, excuse me?
Pardon me?
Would you like to go out to dinner or something? What is this? Yeah, man, that shit's starting to fall away.
Yeah.
Dude, that is pretty.
Well, that's just Trump rolling up the pedophiles, dude.
I mean, that's draining the swamp.
He's
Obviously.
draining the swamp. He's draining Hollywood.
Who's gonna beat him?
Sleepy Joe.
You think Sleepy Joe?
Sleepy
Dude,
Joe.
first of all, how fake is the fact that they're all running all tooth and nail? Then what? They just drop out? Like, so you're telling me they're in charge of their political careers, and then like all of them just tap? What is that?
That's the Democratic Party.
So they're just kind of being allowed to run a little bit.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like somebody's. Dude, I watched a wild documentary last night about that.
What was it called?
The guy put it on the Reddit. What the fuck was this thing called? The Quigley formula.
Okay.
Pretty tight. He was talking about, Bill Clinton's history teacher? I think his name was like Kevin Quigley.
No, I don't.
So Kevin Quigley.
Do you know Bill Clinton's history teacher? No.
Kevin Quigley was the historian of. He studied secret societies. So he apparently wrote a book. It was called Desperate.
I was on the phone with Billy on the way down here.
Yeah.
And he was hitting me with some secret society talk.
Dude, well, take this.
All roads lead to anti-Semitism, dude. Don't do it.
No, it's not.
Just get ready.
This is not at all.
I heard where the trail ends.
No. This actually makes the most sense out of anything I've ever heard.
All right.
And this is this is personally what I think is happening. Because the Illuminati did form in 1776, right? That's documented, bro. This guy's a historian. It's documented. It got busted apart. People were like, "Yo, knock this shit off."
Illuminati or like Freemasons or what?
It was called the Illuminati. Yeah,
Okay.
I think the Freemasons came afterwards, maybe, but not sure. But yeah, so there's literally the Illuminati, just secret society. It's like if you're super rich, you're like, "Yo, how are we going to keep all of our money?" It's pretty understandable. I would do it if I could, honestly.
Yeah.
If someone would conspire with me to keep a couple $1,000, I'd go to that Bilderberg and be like, all right, what do we got to do?
Yeah.
What do we got to do, guys?
We're the secret. You and me are the Illuminati of Philly podcasts.
Dude, guess how this works?
We prop people up.
Dude.
We can also destroy them, dude.
It's called the ring. It's the ring system. So you know Rhodes Scholar, right?
Yeah.
The Rhodes. So Rhodes was a South African guy who was just like one of the wealthiest dudes in the world, and apparently he had 7 wills, and he didn't leave money. He didn't leave that much money to his kids from what this guy was talking about. But he set up the Rhodes Scholarship thing, which was a recruiting thing for he wanted to start a secret society, which really all it is just putting people. So you have the inner ring, and then that's just like that's 2 or 3 people who are like, yo, this is what's going down, this is what we're doing, and then you have like say there's 3 people, then you get like 25 people like, yo, you guys are the inner circle. And you never tell them that the other people are actually the inner circle, and you're like, here's what we want to do. You guys are all in on this. And then they get like 40 to 50 to 100 more people to be like, yo, I need you guys to do this. And that's how it ring.
It's Amway.
Huh?
It's like Amway.
Sort of, yeah, very much like that. It's like a big, sick pyramid scheme. And then that's pretty much the whole thing. You just have people who are paying...
Pyramid, huh?
Both... What are you talking about? You talking aliens built the pyramid?
I don't know.
Yeah, so it's not anti-Semitic at all. It's just...
No. I wasn't talking about that. I would say that's a symbol for the Illuminati, dude.
I mean, obviously, dude, so this fucking
They
guy...
love showing their symbolism, dude.
They
get
love
off on it.
Well, that's when Bill Clinton apparently like shouted out his history professor. The guy was saying like, yeah, it seems sweet. He's like, oh, I love my history professor. But he's like, that guy wrote 2 books. One of them was called Hope and Tragedy, and the other one was called something about the Anglo-Saxon America. But it's like boring. It's like apparently like just facts and dates. It's super boring. And then there's chunks where it's like, this guy was invited to document these societies, and he's like, this is what I found. He's like, actually, this is sick. I don't know why they're secret. What they're trying to do is just, they're trying to unite the world under a world government. This is awesome. So they're saying that's what it's just a bunch of rich people trying to gain dominion over the entire world. No big. Which is consistent with history. The idea that like we're just all of a sudden not ruled anymore is weird. When people are like, no, we vote, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, I agree with all that.
So it's not like a huge, massive conspiracy, but the guy, the historian, is so fucking funny because he started his own, like, he wants to start his own society. So he wants symbols and everything because he like loves all that shit. So he took the peace sign, which is obviously the upside down broken cross, satanic symbol, and it was used by the Russians to denuclearize America. Anyway, so then he turned it upside down.
Oh boy,
he turned it upside down, and he's like, and this was a cool symbol, but then. Drat, I realized this was actually a Nazi symbol.
Oh, drat.
Yeah, so he's like, I added a little head. It's called like the Freedom Initiative. It's so funny. So I had a little head, now I took the symbol. And honestly, originally he uses like swastika stuff. He's like, I mean, ancient symbols. This, they kind of took it. Yeah, dude, yeah. I was reading this last night, dying. Like, that's so funny. This guy rolled out a symbol and was like, that, drat.
Damn it.
It's a Nazi symbol.
Damn it.
Yeah, and he's not a big fan of global warming. Not a big fan of
He doesn't believe in that?
No, he doesn't. And not to mistake with pollution. He goes, pollution's real. He's like, I just don't buy the whole thing that carbon's heating the earth. He goes, that's just a way to tax people heavily. So this is where the guy, I was kind of like, all right, bro. Going ham. So pretty funny. But yeah, that shit was pretty interesting. How he talked about how the Rhodes Scholarship was, this guy had a will. And if you read like his letters and his wills or whatever, he's saying like, his whole thing was like the British race is the best race in the world. And we have to make sure that the world falls under the dominion of the British race. And that's where the Rhodes Scholarships comes from. And that's on the record of this guy saying that. So the Rhodes Scholars is to identify who could potentially, fulfill the Rhodesian view of like, have to write essays and stuff, and you have to be in line with like that, English shit rules, and I'm going to help keep that going. Pretty tight.
Pretty tight.
But yeah, when you said that, we do have basically secret society.
Yeah, man.
The podcast network it just rings upon rings upon rings.
Yeah,
dude.
just prop them up.
You don't know. That's the thing.
They're all puppet podcasts.
And you don't name it. There's no name for it. We do have Chat Digital, but
we can. They're all puppet governments.
We can
replace any one of them.
We could fade.
Dirty Deeds Dorian could be in one of them.
True.
We could sub out somebody, dude.
Wait till Dirty Deeds is here. Record,
Dirty Deeds, dude. I got in a real wild incident in Bridgeport. I almost fought a guy.
Really?
Yeah, got in an elevator late, like after the show, hotel elevator, me and the Woodman, and this black dude was in there, and we got in after him. So like he held the door kind of. Mm-hmm. Or like, he didn't hold the door, but he
arm, broke the plane.
Didn't put an arm.
What?
No, but we got in there and he was like, you guys are lucky I'm not racist.
What?
And I thought he was just joking because maybe he hit the doors stay open.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, yeah. And then he was like, I'll put fucking hands on you right now.
What?
And we were like, what? Why? And he was like, because you're white. He's like, I'll fuck you up because you're white.
But he's not racist?
Yeah, I know.
Wait, what?
Like, dude, you're racist, right?
Is that what you told him?
No, but then Wood got off because I was on the 7th. He was on the 4th. So Wood just left me in there with this guy.
What the fuck?
Second act of cowardice from the Woodman. That's 2 fights that he walked away from. But then
he left you on the elevator with a hate primer.
Truthfully, Wood thought the guy was kidding.
Yeah.
Like we both thought he was kidding, and then right when the door started to close, when Wood was leaving, that guy started like really getting after me.
Really?
Yeah, he was just talking about how much he hates white people and wants to fuck us up. And
Good for him, though.
I was just like, all right, man.
Good for him getting it out.
He was like, you're lucky I'm not racist, and I was like, yep, I am. Thank you.
Big dude.
No. In an elevator, I had a pretty good chance of mauling that dude.
Yeah.
Especially me and the woodman.
Oh, for sure.
There's two big guys in that fucking elevator. We would have hate crimed him. He had to be real fucked up. He was like kind of sweaty.
That'd have been so funny.
If we got the
if you guys fought and they're like, what happened? They're like, you clearly just beat this man up. They're like, no, he said he hated white people and attacked us. They'd be like, yeah, okay.
Especially
this guy
Wood.
has no hair.
A mugshot of Wood and then me with my face. They just Googled me real quick.
They're like, let us have that. You would have came out with like a mini noose around your neck and bleach on your shirt.
Dude,
like, no, I swear.
I should have Jussied.
Yeah. You should have. Dude, that
was basically a reverse Jussie. That was a reverse Smollett, dude.
You should have, dude. Went full. You should have like bumped in like ah.
Yeah, it was wild though. I haven't experienced that before. Just a dude just being like, "I'll fuck you up because you're white." I was like, "All right."
But then he said he's not because he's not. So he thinks about fucking white people.
And I was
all
like,
day.
"Why?" He's like, "Because people put hands on me because I'm light skinned." And I was like, "So black people beat you up because you're light skinned?" Like, what?
What did you ask? Did you entertain?
No,
him?
I asked a little bit. I was like, "Wait, why would you beat us up?" And he's like, "Because you're white." I was like, "Okay."
Fair enough.
And then he just kept talking. I was like, "All right."
He gets fucked up because he's light skinned.
Yeah.
Damn. Ludacris is light skinned. He's cool.
Yeah, that's what I told him.
Yeah, but dude,
Ludacris is light skinned, dude.
He's killing it.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a wild weekend.
Do you think Luda wants to beat us up?
Yes.
Do you think so?
I've thought about it. Luda definitely wants to beat up white people.
I mean, dude, if you were black, would you not want to beat up white people?
I want to beat up white people.
I know. I would when I lived.
I have beaten up white people.
I remember I would live near Temple. When I lived near Temple, I would like when I'd see the students would come back all summer, everybody chilling, and then you would see these like. It was very close to zombies. Like 20-year-old college white kids would start walking around, and you'd be like, "What the fuck is that?" And you're like, "Oh shit, they're back from school." And I was like, "Damn, if I was black, I mean, I hated them anyway." But I was like, "Damn, if I was black, I would hate these."
If I had
kids.
if people were telling me if I was experiencing gentrification, I would.
Also, too, if you're like living in a neighborhood, nothing's going that well, like you're struggling, and then you see these kids like come throw up, party, and then they're just like managers. they're just like, well, that was fun. And now they're just like your boss. And you're like, what the fuck?
And all of them are like, I live in the fucking ghetto,
dude.
It's fucking horrible where I live. It's like,
well, they walk
this
around.
Where are my kids?
They walk around. They're like, I'm so fucking broke.
Yeah.
You're like, you're literally walking by Section 8 housing, dude. Like, oh my god,
I resented them.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I'm glad that guy didn't beat you guys up, hate crime you guys.
That would have actually been pretty sick.
If he hate
He
crime
would have fucking punched Wood. If he would have punched Wood in the face and then got off the elevator, I would have laughed so fucking hard, dude.
If Wood got hate crime.
If the Woodman got hate crime.
That's something you kind of gotta like hold. You can't. As a white dude, you can't claim hate crime. Nobody's trying to fucking hear it.
No one on earth would have listened to that.
Yeah, that would have been.
He was hitting us with that hard.
I like that rationale though. It's like, look, I hate fucking white people, but you're lucky I'm not racist, and therefore meaning like you're lucky I don't beat the fuck out of white. That's what being racist is.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
You're allowed to actively tell people you don't like them because they're white.
Yeah, but
as long as you don't put hands on them.
Once you put hands on them, you're
He must have been like, dude, it's on site with the next white person I see. And then me and Wood got in there, and he was probably like, all right, next ones. Not these two dudes. These two giant ones. But yeah, the Wood, that's a lot. Wood's a lot to take, dude.
Yeah.
I love him, but
that's a time long.
I was like, all right, nice. I have one room for the weekend, 2 beds. We can pull this off. I lasted Thursday. Got a new one right away. The Woodman's.
You got to get your own suite anyway, man.
Yeah, you have to. But
it gets weirder and weirder sharing a room with like a grown man as you get older.
Just there's drama the whole weekend.
Really? Yeah, man. We have.
He better start stocking up, dude. Coronies is coming for the geese, dude.
Oh yeah.
Although I think black people are immune to it.
They were trying.
That's the rumor, dude.
When I was watching George Stephanopoulos' fear mongering, dude, all it was just like. They brought in a health expert. Was like, tell us about coronavirus, and the lady's like, we don't really know anything, but this will probably affect minorities. And I was just like, what the fuck? They're saying the minority geezes are going to corona out, but it's like they have no fucking idea.
Everybody's going to miss their Uncle Charles, y'all.
Yeah, dude, that's all corona is. It's going to be the Bone Thugs guy just touching everybody.
Damn. The geezer apocalypse is on its way.
I'm still fucked up on missing Uncle Charles, dude.
Uncle Charles is going to be missing, dude. These Coronies is coming.
They're all going to be going up the mountain in all white gowns. That's
all because some lady was munching bats, dude. Yeah, I kind of wouldn't mind. Dude, if I get Coronies, that's good PR for me.
Oh, dude, if you should fake Coronies.
I almost want Coronies just
quarantine yourself, dude.
Dude, just so I can tweet. Just be like, all right, we're even.
Dude.
China, you and me are even. I made fun of you guys, and then I got Coronies.
You guys poisoned my immune system with your nonsense.
You guys were fucking munching bats, dude. Yo. How funny is it that we got in trouble for saying Chinese food is dishonest cuisine, and then it literally might end the world? You're like, no, it's not. It's fine. It's cool.
What do you mean? What's
just
wrong?
videos online of dudes just crushing mice. It's like, holy shit, dude.
I mean, that's gotta be crazy to come here. You're running a restaurant, and you're just kind of like, you go to a pet store, and you're like, wait, I can get like 1,000 of these things? You're like, fuck, dude. Like, wait, mice? Because if you get chicken here is like, like what is it now? Like $3.50 a pound, like chicken breast?
Oh, okay. I don't know. I thought you were talking like an actual chicken.
Oh no,
like
chicken breast is cheap. So mice here is just snake food. So it's not really. It's probably cheaper.
It's
like whey protein.
I was talking about in China, not Chinese restaurants here. But yeah, true. If you're coming from China where it's acceptable to munch those things.
That's what I'm saying.
You walk into a pet shop and just like, damn, getting is good over here.
So you feed it to a snake. You're just like one of the snake, munch one.
It's like Twix.
That is funny though to be like that. I think they're trying to say now they're like nobody munch bats.
Oh yeah, that was they tried that from the start to be like that's just a rumor.
Yeah, there's no bat.
And then it's like, but it did come from probably the Wuhan food market where people are munching bats.
Maybe they're saying like somebody
they're just munching. They're munching wild shit.
Yeah, someone might have been like munching a turtle, and then a bat.
I've munched a turtle. I've munched one.
Yeah, someone's probably munching a turtle, and then like just a bat touched it or something, and then they kind of like
yeah,
might have grabbed his leg and get a little nibble on. Just going.
Dude, they munch wild shit. That's okay. You're allowed to laugh, dude.
They're selling crickets now. They're selling crickets now, like in like Whole Foods type grocery stores.
So you can munch crickets.
They're saying like this is the new responsible proteins, cricket powder. It's like, dude, get the fuck out of my face with that. Not doing it.
I don't know if I could take it.
What would you do?
Dude, did I tell you about my sick ass party time coming on Wednesday?
What?
Dude.
Wait, when you go down to Florida?
Party time on Wednesday.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to tell you with who just yet.
When you get back, dude.
When I get back, dude.
Oh my God.
Let's just say it's party time with a college football team.
Dude.
In Miami.
That's going to be so funny.
College, dude, I don't know. I feel weird about it.
You should pick out an outfit.
I do. I bought an outfit today.
What are you going to wear?
I'll show you, dude. It's a floral tracksuit. Some sick ass. Dude, I'm going to
go down there dressed like DJ Khaled?
I have to. That's the only move for a fat guy in Miami. You have to go Khaled.
True.
Dude, it's the picture. If I take pictures with these kids, it's gonna look like a Make-A-Wish.
Do you think so?
There's gonna be a dumpy fucking old guy next to jacked 20-year-old dude.
Just Rick Ross out, do a chain, no shirt.
That looks good when you're black and tatted.
Get a tat.
You're white with like stretch marks. It looks terrible.
Get an anchor on your arm.
I don't know. I got a sick suit. I checked the weather. It's not gonna be too hot. I'm gonna be able to pull off the tracksuit.
Good.
Yeah.
You should get an anchor on your arm and just go like at least unbutton it a little.
And then I have to drive. I will unbutton it. Probably get a chain.
You're gonna drive 2 hours.
And then I have to drive like 4 hours.
It'd be so funny if you drove and they were just kind of like, "What?" And they just didn't answer. And you're like,
"But I thought I was gonna hang out with like the football team." They're like, "Dude, you're 32."
Like, we were just kidding.
I can't. I don't know. I already have anxiety, dude. If I go to a college spring break right now, that's humiliating.
Why?
It's gonna be so tight though.
It'd be cool to see.
It's gonna be BBG heaven, dude. It's gonna be the ultimate. Dude, the kid already sent me a picture of some of the BBGs that are in the apartment. I might die on Wednesday.
He hit you with the rost?
I literally might die on Wednesday.
He started saying like, "Hey, but heads up, here's the BBG level."
He was like, "There's BBGs everywhere." I was like, "Bro,
that's so funny." They know all the lingo. Oh my God,
I'm dead.
It'd be fun.
I have to do it.
You must, dude.
If I said no, I'd be doing a disservice to everybody.
That'd be bullshit.
To all the dogs.
That'd be
to
bullshit.
everybody.
You got a full report back,
like
dude.
this is literally what I worked for my entire life.
Dude, seriously.
This is the dream.
How tight is that?
This is the dream.
You get the D1 football party, but by doing a podcast.
As a fat 32-year-old loser, I get the D1 football party, spring break, Miami, dude.
Oh my God.
It's spring break.
Dude, that's going to be so fucking fun.
It's going to be embarrassing.
No, it'll be good.
You
got it. It's for the dogs, dude. You got to let us know.
It is for the dogs.
How people party and get pussy. Like, just tell us, dude, just so we know we can jerk off about it. Like how hot the chicks are.
The chicks, it's going to be crazy.
The dogs we all need to jerk off.
They're all in bikinis. It's also, I checked the weather. It's like mid-70s. It's not bikini weather.
Tell that to them, dude.
True, they're beautiful bodies. Dude.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know, man. I am actually kind of like anxious about it.
Why?
I'm gonna fucking look like an idiot, dude.
No, dude, no way.
Matt. Yes.
Spring break, the football team.
First of all, I never went to a spring break in college. I never once went.
You weren't ready for it yet.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't mature enough until now.
Dude. You pop down and say, hey guys, I'm just stopping by. Oh no,
if
hey.
I crash?
Dude, you're gonna get 4 beers in you and just all of a sudden be like, woo.
No, I gotta drive the next day. If I get like hammered, I'm done.
Good luck with that.
That fucking Thursday show in Key West might get canceled. It's gonna be a tough drive. It's actually a sick drive though.
Yeah,
it's along the ocean the whole way.
Really nice.
That'll be tight.
Yeah.
Might drive off the bridge, dude.
On the way down there?
Yeah. Be like, that was Nirvana.
You should.
I might have to kill myself.
What are you getting? What rental are you getting?
I don't know yet.
You should rent a cruise.
I'm gonna rent a cruise. I'm pretty sure that's all you can rent.
Cruises
that is
down there?
the #1 rental car.
What the fuck did they give us when I was
They
down
give
in
you
Florida?
usually like Chargers or
Charger. They
Yeah.
give you like black on black Chargers. That's all you get. It's like a black on black Charger. Wait, what time? When do you should go down? You should go down to Clearwater, bro.
Why? What's going on there?
Clearwater, bro. Just fucking watch the Phils of spring training.
True.
I need to get down there.
Well, now that South by Southwest is canceled, I think I'm gonna stay a couple days extra.
Oh, you should.
Down at Key West.
Yeah, you should.
That'll be sick.
Go to Clearwater, dude.
I might go down to
See
Clearwater.
the Phils warm up.
Check out the Phils. The Phils should be all right this year.
Dude,
I might be drained, dude. Wednesday, I'm gonna give it all. I'm gonna lay my life on the line on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Also, I have a new allegiance to a college football team. Fuck Notre Dame. This is all it took, dude. But I'll tell you what, if these boys are pranking me, and I get there and they pants me in front of all the beautiful baby girls, they pants me and film it.
If you drove 4 hours, they just showed your flaccid penis to a bunch of chicks. Like, fuck you guys.
Fuck you guys. They make me cry in front of college kids.
That would be so funny.
Oh, man. I don't know. It's embarrassing. It is kind of embarrassing.
The potential,
But I have to do it.
yeah, you must. Dude.
If you're a geezer and you're invited to a college party, you have to do it. Even if people are like, "How old are you, mister?" Like, don't worry about it, kids.
All right, all you gotta do is watch Old School, so you have plenty of funny
I'm
jokes.
just trying to be Drake, dude.
Plenty of funny jokes.
I'm just trying to be Drake.
You do it big in Miami, don't you?
That's all I do is Drake. What would Drake do in this moment? Would he go get fucked up and hang out with possibly underage kids?
It might be
almost definitely
a little too old for him.
True. I'm not. Well, I haven't reached his levels of greatness yet.
True.
I'm sure he dabbled with college kids at first.
You can't go to the prom.
I'm gonna start going back to.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I can't wait. Next week, I'll give you the full report.
It's gonna be a glorious week, dude.
But hopefully it doesn't get canceled. Last 2 weeks ago, my Wednesday was Rikers Island performance, Johnny Cash.
Dude, if you go down there and party with a bunch of college chicks,
boy.
Coronavirus is the worst, the least of your concerns.
Me and the Woodman went to a strip club in Connecticut.
Nice.
And it was like, dude, I hope this is how we get it.
Yeah.
I hope we get some Coronies off some tits in Bridgeport, some fucking ladies' tits.
How's the strip club out there?
It was good. There's always that weird energy when it's like in a city, strip clubs get like when it's like a real weird energy in there. It's almost like casino energy where everyone's like kind of mad at each other the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, it's all very serious.
Yeah, there's strip clubs in Philly that are basically like whorehouses.
Yeah.
Like it's on. I'm not gonna name
this
them,
one
obviously.
driver picked us up and was like, "Do you guys?" First off, our Uber driver picked us up. This weird white dude in a fucking Jetta. He picked us up. He was like, "How was the pussy in there?" And we were like, "It was good. They were good." He was like, "Young? Were they tight? Were they good?" I was like, "Jesus Christ,
Jesus,
dude."
man.
And then he offered to take us. He was like, this place is where you want to go. And there was another strip club that he was naming. He was like, I go there. He's like, honestly, guys, if you want me to take it off the clock right now, we can go in.
He probably wasn't even an Uber
He
driver.
wanted to chill, dude.
He just wanted his stripper buddies.
He wanted to take us in, yeah.
He didn't want to go by
He was
himself.
like, just Dominicans, $60, $80, you can fuck. They'll suck you. You just got to be careful because they will fucking rob you. And I was like, all right, thanks, man.
That's
he was
a
like,
nice
he literally
pitch.
was like, do you want me to turn this off right now? And we can go. And it was like, nah, we're fucking tired. Let's just go back to the hotel.
He's wanting to fuck mommies with you guys for $60.
He wanted to go fuck some mommies with us for $60. I was like, bro, this is wild.
I was in Atlantic City one time getting a lap dance, and the stripper wanted to fuck and like wanted to raw dog, and I was just like, no.
No, dude, you hung out with the staff.
True.
That's what did I tell you? I did that in London.
Did you?
I chilled with the staff.
At the strip club?
Yeah. No, not at the strip club.
I was at a strip club.
We went to a whorehouse, and
What?
I trumped out.
You hung
It was
hung with
Epstein
the staff?
Island, and I fucking just hung with the staff.
Good for
and I was
you,
like,
dude.
we can't be doing any shenanigans in here.
Good for you.
Yeah. Felt a little gay after.
Really?
Yeah, it was like, yo,
Well,
you went to
10
a
years.
whorehouse, and you were like, well, you didn't do anything?
Nah, you're better off.
No, I did the right thing.
You did.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Just like palled around with them?
Yeah, palled around.
Yeah, hung out, played with them.
Hung out with the staff.
That's what Trump was doing?
Probably.
Yeah. Well, Trump's never done any kind of...
What?
Trump's never done anything like that, bro.
Yeah,
Trump probably
slow
just ate a
down.
steak. He's probably, give me a steak.
Let me get a Trump steak.
Give me a steak and a Coca-Cola.
True.
That's cool. You get the party with the staff parties. That's cool. They're just hanging.
Staff partied.
Well, I guess so, yeah. I guess they're not in there like reading like economists or whatever.
Yeah. And then eventually I was like, all right, I gotta get the con man out of here. And they
Oh,
were
man.
as soon as I started mentioning like, all right, we gotta go. They were like, you need to leave. They kicked me out.
What?
They were the sirens, dude.